Inshallah, we are live.
Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbena atina fid dünya hasene ve fil ahireti hasene ve qina azabennar. Rabbena gfirli ve li valideyye ve lil mu'minine yevme yekumul hisab. Birahmetike ya erhamer rahimin. Allahümme allimna ma yenfe'una ve enfa'na bima allamtena ve zidna ilma. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. We have been studying the Qiyamah, chapter Qiyamah. We mentioned that it was the chapter was revealed during the 4th year of the mission, very early, almost early period of the mission of the Prophet. It is the 31st chapter of the Quran, section of the Quran revealed. So it was, the name is resurrection. It means in Arabic, Qiyamah, it is about resurrection, but so far we have been studying the chapter, the section of the Quran, doesn't seem to be about the resurrection. But if you read it literally, as if the text is talking about resurrection, it means after this universe is destroyed and the human beings, of course, died, and then they are resurrected, and the description of the events presented to us seem to be talking about what will happen after we are recreated. After death, we are recreated in the new creation, type of creation, though we don't have any clue of it. As far as the physical experience of it, we don't know which kind of creation it is, but we, as we listen to ourselves and look at the signs in the creation, we conclude that there must be an end of this world, and this end cannot be just for nothing, going into non-existence, completely disappearing from existence, but it must be a transform from one stage of existence into another, because our whole life story tells us, reveals us that we are continuously being changed, and the reality that we are being changed, it demonstrates that the act of creation is continuously changing, not exactly repeating the same, although the order of creation is the same, but the content of creation demonstrates that the creator of this universe is able to create a new state of existence. He can create everything in a different form at any time, because the universe demonstrates that this creator must have absolute limitless qualities. We understood that. So the subject came to human attitude towards his weak points, mistakes, shortcomings, and how we try to defend ourselves by just putting forward our excuses, justifying ourselves. And the Creator says, whatever you do, whatever you you bring excuses, you produce excuses. We are all recording it, and also you within yourself know that these are not really real reasons for your uh, choices in this world. That just you are justifying it, but your ability, human consciousness, is very much aware of what you have been doing. You know yourself. It means we are given the ability to recognize our own reality, what we are doing, why we are doing. And eh, when we, according to the choices we make, we understand that these choices are, when they are on the wrong side, we know that they are just this uh, oriented on this transient world. It means immediate pleasure, immediate satisfaction, without thinking of its consequences. That is what the verse here 20 said. Truly, you love this fleeting life. And the following verse says, at the expense of what? You are neglecting the life to come, the consequences of your choices. But you do this, you prefer to do this, but you know that your feelings, your consciousness tells you that what you have been doing is right or wrong according to your choices. So if you do something right, if you really uh, make the decisions according to the requirements of your human expectations, then your choices will make you feel happy. You will experience the result, the effect of the results of your choices. That's why the verse 22 said, on that day, on that moment, we interpreted it, on that moment, when you do something right, some faces will be bright with happiness if you have done something right. For example, what are we expected to do? Of course, we mostly concentrate on reading the Quran from belief perspective. Actions are not to be neglected. That's what we admit, definitely. But actions depend on our interpretation of our existence. If you perform the actions according to our understanding of our existence, how we exist, why we exist, and how am I going to satisfy my human feelings, which kind of understanding, world view I should have, accordingly act in my life, accordingly choose in my life. So the foundation of our actions is my belief, my understanding of the reality of the existence of this universe or this world. Now, if I do something right, according to the expectations of my human feelings, that is important. I didn't say, I noticed that. I'm aware of that. According to the teachings of the Quran, I didn't say that. Why? Because I said what I said according to the requirements of my human feelings is what the Quran asks me to do. That's what we have to understand. We have to be sincere. We have to be consistent within ourselves. But we have the option to cheat, to mislead ourselves by making up false excuses. We have to watch out. But the witness will be myself, my own consciousness, my own conscience, my own spirit, my own feelings, whatever you call them, they are all the same. Whatever the aspect you look at yourself, not your body. Body is a material thing. You know that if you hurt your body, you wouldn't carry on hurting yourself. That is obvious for everyone. And it doesn't have anything to do with belief side of it. It means the world view or existential interpretation of your own reality. It so the body side is, of course, everybody takes notice of it. You accept the truth, confirm the truth, or neglect the truth, deny the truth, belie the truth. Still, when you hurt your body, you run away from it, you escape from it, you try to protect yourself from it. But regardless of your interpretation of your existence. But in matters related to belief, your conclusions, how you interpret yourself, your existence, this subject is according to our emotions, feelings. We call it our soul. Our consciousness will let us know what we have been doing. So the witness is ourselves. There are quite a many number of verses in the Quran emphasizes on the importance of everybody has a witness just next to it, which is you can search the word um, Karin, Kaf, Ra, Ya, Nun, Karin. It means uh, whatever is very close to you, immediate next to your being. It is not a stranger, foreigner. You know yourself what you are doing, but you may choose to ignore it, to deny it. You may choose to change its direction to a wrong way of interpreting and understanding your existence, your reality, or the reality of the world, the universe. You can do that. If you do a right thing, right choice, you will understand that here we will read the verse 22. On the day, some faces will be bright with happiness. How? How can they do that? Bright and happiness. Looking up to their Lord. إِلَىٰ رَبِّهَا نَاظِرَةٌ. So, looking up to their Lord. It means connecting their existence to their Lord, owner. It means creator or maintainer, sustainer, sustaining your existence, sustaining your being. Your being depends on him. But now we are here. There are some people, when they choose to deviate their expectations, their interpretations from directing it away from their creator, changing the direction. For example, this world is as it is. I have to enjoy myself. Okay, go ahead. What happens? Anything you experience, it fleets away, leaves you alone momentarily. You know that. You enjoyed yourself half an hour ago, it is gone now. You cannot keep it. Any moment passes by, you know, I'm getting, I'm losing what I have learned, what I have gained, and I am getting closer to the end of my existence. That is human. No one can deny that. There is no exception in this world. Everything is subject to transience. So, when you make the decision, when you and I make the decisions, we experience that. Let me read the word, verse 24. While other faces on that day will be gloomy with despair. Now, this is the description of human situation. Now, accordingly, our feelings experience and train themselves, get ready for the end of my life. So according to the level and type of my experience, when I leave this world totally, not continuously and living a transient nature of existence, no, die. When I die, I will die with this status. However, I educated my feelings. However, I trained my feelings. Accordingly, I will be treated after I die. But how do I know this? Here I am before I die. When I don't rely on my Lord, the creator of the universe, instead, any kind of source, I can attribute any kind of source apart from the creator of the universe, apart from the source of the existence of this universe. That is a very important concept. Whatever the point of reference I have for my existence will definitely leave me with despair. Even you say, I belong to stars. I was born in such and such constellations, whatever they call it, the meaningless things. I don't know, even a horoscope or something they say it. I don't know. If someone says it, I will be very happy to hear the word. I cannot pronounce it. If someone helps me, please go ahead. Come on, what is
Zodiac sign.
zodiac signs?
Mhm.
Yeah. Do they help you? Ask yourself. I belong to this sign or that sign. Okay. Can they preserve you and give you satisfaction? Give you satisfaction that, yes, I am sure it will protect me from falling into despair. It means, yeah, it will satisfy me. No, I mean, no one can say that there is any kind of sign for it. But if you say the universe will protect me, you see that universe is a matter and compilation of matter. So matter turns your body into nothing. Matter cannot respond to the needs of your soul, your spirit. Cannot. So what you do now? You feel in despair, whatever the source you attribute yourself, your expectations that it will satisfy you, you definitely will get no point of support, no point of satisfaction at all. You and I, and when I say you, doesn't mean you particularly, all of us together, everybody. Can, can anyone show that this thing, this understanding, can, may, may save me from falling into despair? The only thing that we hear, we hear from people, they say it is also right to say that. I don't say that it is completely wrong. It is a sign of something. We can talk about it, and you can also present your ideas, whether I was right or wrong, because I have been thinking about it. When I first came to the Western world, to the UK, my advisor told me something. I was doing the study, and of course, conducting my PhD studies. My advisor told me that, look, you are a religious man. I said, yeah, really, because I see no other way out. No. And so that is what I am and I believe. And he said, I don't believe in anything. Okay, that is uh, expected. You are a human being, you have a free will, you choose, you decide. Okay, that's what I wasn't really aware of what was going on in the world outside of the Muslim world. That time it wasn't this communication, mass media and social means of communication wasn't that much. We have to go and wait in the queue to make a phone call that time in the public telephone boxes. Now, this is an history. In I don't know how many years now, 40 years time, it became an history. Okay, that's our reality here. Anyways, he said, look, I don't harm anybody. Yes, he was an honest man. Yeah, I do good things. I help people. I help my family. I help my mother. Yes, he was very careful. He had a very old mother. He told me, even if, but be careful with the words. Of course you are. I'm sure you are very attentive in this class especially. Even if there was another life after death, that means belief in God is correct. Okay, God is not going to punish me. Why? He said, I didn't say why. I was listening to him respectfully because I was a good man and I accepted it. Now, you see that this is the most acceptable attitude of a person who is honest within himself, that he was honest within himself. Yeah, he was an honest man. I know that. And I have been with him more than 5 years, almost 6 years. So I know him. He was an honest man. I said, this view is very interesting. Does it have any reality? I started since then. I have been thinking about it, and later on, as I developed my readings and improved my readings and reflections on the subject, studying the Quran, etc., it became a very serious topic for me. I don't know. I would like to hear your voices as well, or your points of view as well. Please don't be mean. Just tell me. Be generous. Share your expectations. This view was very interesting. He was somehow comfortable, although Quran says, and my soul also says, it is not the solution because it is full of doubts. Why? Yes, you say, I do not contradict my nature by by preferring good actions and good intention for other creatures, especially human beings. Yes, he was a very nice man, respectful man. But he's not alone. He has many, many, if you like, people who share this idea. Most of the people in the Western world, most, not all, in everywhere, even in the Muslim world, they say, I am a good man. Now, still, human soul wants security for his existence and wants surety, expects security for his full satisfaction, guaranteed. Can one gain or obtain this guarantee that he will be definitely saved in his existence by trusting a source which is able to protect him from falling into non-existence? If you don't have it, let me tell you, while you are driving a car, this simple example just came to my mind. So you can share another example, please. If you want to share it, please just interrupt me. Just open your mic or raise your hand, but you don't have to raise one. Then just open your mic and speak and share your experience, whatever it is. Now, if you are driving, you know that you are not going to secure yourself from falling into or from getting or involving into a car accident. What you do, you don't say that, okay, I don't know, so just I will take my good intention, do my good work in the car, but don't pay attention to the road and also steering the car for my navigations. No, everybody is very careful, always wants to make it sure. How can you do that? Always being on the safe side. That's why they say be a defensive driver. You don't know. Somebody may be neglectful. So we have to be very careful at every moment in order to make sure that our driving will be safe. Does it guarantee? No. How can we guarantee? Only if we know the future, we can guarantee. If you know the intentions of other people, we can guarantee. Still, there is no guarantee. But everybody looks for guarantee, the sure security for their driving of their life. How can we have it with somehow not being able to make sure that your life may be secured, maybe not? Listen to your conscience now. Listen to your feelings now. Your feelings say, now thinking over the example I gave of this driving wasn't a good example. I didn't like it. So forget about it. Thinking of your life now, your feelings. If you say, I may disappear from existence, I may not. So just in case I may not disappear from existence, I will take the necessary precautions, but I may also disappear from existence. Think about it. Although you are taking into consideration that the possibility of your life being transformed into another existence, so your existence will continue. Accordingly, you are taking your precautions. That is human reality. We cannot deny that. But at the same time, your feelings, what do they yearn? What do they look forward? What do they look forward? I listen to myself. I say, there is a possibility that I may be saved, but there is also a possibility that I may not be saved. As soon as this second option comes out, my feelings, my human side, my soul starts suffering. Like the verse 24 explains, while other faces on that day, when you look at this side of the possibility, they will be gloomy with despair. Basira. It means, oh, I don't want it. I don't want this option at all. That is how our manufacturer setting is all about. Our reality is all. Our feelings are, if you like, hardwired with this expectation. I don't want this option at all. That is a call for us, for a human being. Look, I'm not giving a reference to the Quran saying that Quran guarantees that God will resurrect you. No, no, human reference I'm using. And afterwards, we will come to the Quranic teaching. But first, I have to experience within myself that I need full security for my existence and expectations. But this security is not possible within the conditions of this universe. Nothing can save me. Even the galaxies cannot save me. Even the atomic energy cannot save me. We can try to expand lifespan. Welcome. If it is possible within the order of the universe, you can. But the universe cannot provide in its own nature that you are not going to die. Not you as a human being, even galaxies die. It is a matter of time only. It is a matter of the continuation of creation. How much it continues, but definitely within the conditions of the order of this universe, they die too. Everybody knows that. Black holes, etc. They are talking, whatever the names they say. I'm not a physicist. Doesn't matter, but there's a reality. There's a reality. This universe definitely is going to get to an end, collapse. There are many theories about it, but there is no proven theory so far that this universe is eternal. No sign for it, no evidence for it. Okay. Even the universe dies, human being dies. And as soon as, if we interpret death as going into non-existence, disappearing from existence, it means the trouble for my feelings, soul, start acting, disturbing me, telling me your choice is wrong. I don't want it. My nature rejects it. Where did you get these feelings from? That's how I am. Yes, you are right. That is how you are made. Admit yourself. Be brave. That is why how you are manufactured, if you like. So he knows. As soon as we realize this, the second option is the possibility. My soul starts trembling, shaking. There should not be this possibility. That is the only way to look into the matter seriously, to find out the source of existence of the universe. Therefore, of yourself within the universe. Whoever is the creator of the universe, including all order of the universe, whatever they call it, nature, natural laws, whatever they call it, in the universe, all of them need to be created, need to be taken care of their existence. None of the elements of this universe can be the source of existence of this universe. That is a very, very fundamental reality of this universe. We must remember it every moment, every day. This universe cannot sustain itself. Nothing can sustain itself. Everything is subject to change. This is the, if you like, this is the motto of your life. That is, nothing can escape from being subject to the order of the universe, and order of the universe does not have its own independent existence. That is how it is set. That is how it is set. There is no universe and plus order as an independent entity there. That is how universe is given existence, which is called the order of the universe. If the universe needs to be created, of course, automatically, what we see, the order of the universe, how it is functioning, is created as well. That is inevitable conclusion of human reasoning. So it is my source of existence, whoever is the source of existence of this universe. So if I don't attribute my existence and the existence of other beings, then my face will be gloomy with despair. It is inevitable. That is a sign. After I die, I will be resurrected within this despair because that was my choice. That was my education. I educated with my feelings with despair. I will be rewarded accordingly with despair. We give the very common, simple example. If I don't study, if I am ignorant, I will be given a degree saying that this person is ignorant. If I am successful and learned, the degree will say this man is a learned man, successful man, person. So accordingly, I will graduate from this universe. So what happens if I insist that, okay, although my spirit, my soul will experience the despair, half hope, half despair doesn't save me. I want full security for my existence. So being a good man and acting according to human nature in as far as one can know is good, but it doesn't save you alone. You have to attribute your actions, you have to attribute your existence of your actions to the source of the existence of the universe. Then you will say everything belongs to him. He will take care of it. He is creating it. He will preserve it. And he will be dealing, rewarding me according to my choices. That is the only security. Halfway through doesn't save me, although it is better than being totally an arrogant man. I can do everything, but we cannot do anything. You are going to die, man, whoever you are. The emperors died away. Who cares? They are rotten now in their body, their spirit is in despair. So the verse 25 discloses some very interesting reality, knowing that a crashing calamity is about to befall on them. Now, it is a very simple way of, this is a very simple way of understanding. Whatever I choose, immediately I know I have done something wrong. It is just with no end. It is gone. Even I experience the best life now, possible life now, it is gone immediately. You cannot keep it. You can only keep the pictures in your nowadays cell phones, smartphones. That's it. Pictures, not reality. But just the pictures. What happens? Nothing. It doesn't just look at that, pain. Yesterday we had a wonderful party, or we really enjoyed our life, but it is gone. Can you keep it? No. And how about tomorrow? We will have a nice day tomorrow. We arranged a party with my best friends. Okay. And I am a rich man. I can support and I can really afford it. Okay, I'm going to do it now. Excited. But one side of you will say, yeah, you will experience it, but it will go away again. That is human psychology. That's what the Quran, I, I sometimes define Quran as a book of psychology. Now, it is the fourth year of the mission, quite early years of the mission. It is preparing the feelings, the minds, imaginations of the audience. They cannot say no. No one can say no. Not only the contemporaries of the Prophet, now also. If I take the course of the Quranic study, it means study the Quran, it means undergo the training teachings of the Quran as it revealed chronologically. I will come in my fourth year of education. I say, yeah, really, I cannot guarantee my life as long as I don't look up to my Lord, my owner, my creator. There is no way. So to verse 25 says, knowing that a crushing calamity is about to befall them. Knowing that every moment, whatever lifestyle I follow will fall into despair. It will be gone. How can people live this? Ignorance, negligence, trying to forget, keeping themselves busy with something which diverts the attention from their reality, keeps themselves busy with political activities going on here and there, and saying, no, I'm a good man, cheating themselves by self-claimed virtues. Okay. Alaikum salam. Somebody gave the salam. So, okay. Now, we can keep ourselves, cheat ourselves really, but deep down, everybody knows that they are trying to run away from their realities. If they are. If somebody is aware of his own reality, then these people say, yes, this is true. Appreciate the value, the precious value of my existence, my human qualities, well enough that I will deserve the reward for it. It is so huge, human values. The universe is in front of me. Every single person can claim that the universe is for me alone. The other things are for my entertainment. Everybody can say that. Nothing, for example, your being in the universe is not an obstacle for me to entertain the beauty of this universe. Only you are the elements in my universe you are my friends now. I am sharing my feelings, emotions, and ideas and understandings with you. You are helping me. Your presence is a help for me. So for example, next door neighbor has a beautiful garden. It is for me as well. I can experience it. I can benefit from its beauty. If it is something ugly, it affects me too. It means everything is for me. It is giving the simplest example. Everybody faces to exposes himself to the sun. Even if there are 100 billion people, I can still get my son fully. Their existence doesn't really limit and diminish my benefiting from the sun. It is obvious for everyone. Oh, there is something written in the chat box. Let's see it. Ah, okay, that's a good news. Let me see. There's a good news. Oh, oh, oh. Sorry. Oh, okay, there is an I was informed that there was a hand up. Hey, somebody raised his hand. Where is he or she? Come on, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
Assalamu alaikum,
salam.
Dr. Ali. Yes.
Oh, go
I,
ahead.
I, okay. This is a simple, obvious question. And I'll give you an example and then from it, show the question. So, for example, there are always two types of people when they study for exams. They both have worked hard, perhaps. They both have followed in their minds the methods that they were taught by their teachers as best as they could in their own capacity. Yet, one person, on the exam day feels calm and the other person still feels, a little anxious. They might still do well, both of them, but the attitude of one person is still sort of, worried and anxious and just out of fear or out of like nervousness and whatsoever. So the point being that while someone, asserts and affirms that, yes, that my connection with the source of my existence will guarantee me what I am, what my needs are, and what I'm created with. Yet the concept of an anxiety or fear doesn't necessarily go away in this world. It is perhaps a different kind, maybe, but they can, the doubt of whether or not they are indeed doing whatever that they can on this path towards, or being in the presence of their creator, could always have that doubt, could always have that anxiety. So perhaps the anxiety is of a different kind. It's a good one, or I'm not sure. But the point being that it doesn't necessarily go away, because as humans, as long as we are in this world, whichever capacity, attitude we may have, we are subject to this human feeling. So that's what I wanted to share.
That is a common concern, not only yours, everybody's, even myself. For example, when I am having discussions like this and studying this kind of subjects, I said, definitely, I have a Lord who sustains my life, who is the creator of me, and he provided everything for me. I'm sure. Okay. Do I get out of my anxieties? No. Now the second type of anxiety starts. One of them, if I deny it, no way to escape it. No way to escape it. But if I don't deny it, still I have in between hope and fear. What do I mean? I, I don't know. This is a very typical conventional example. A student. There are two students. One of them has not studied at all. Do you think he will, is that human feelings are the witness how God creates me? How God going to treat me according to how he created me? The feelings. So these are the signs that, or through which I know who my creator is. So this is my feeling. If I don't study at all and go and ask my professor, and please let me pass. Professor said, Amr, what you have done? Present your assignments and everything. I have done nothing. What do you think the professor will say? How can I say that you deserve a passing grade? I said, it would be a lie. I cannot do that. It would be just a blunt lie. So this person knows and he doesn't go to the professor. He falls into despair with no hope. I am a failure. That's it. I am a failure. Finished. But another person tries his best, but for any reason confuses, may not be enough. His studies may not be enough, preparations may not be enough. At the end, he do you think he can go to the professor and say that, excuse me, sir, uh, unfortunately, I wasn't really successful enough, but can you give me a favor? I tried my best. That is my best. What do you think the professor will say? Anyone? What do you think this second case, in the second case, the professor will say?
Assalamu alaikum. I think in that case, the professor would, help him and give him like a chance, not necessarily pass the person, but give them another chance. But not like another chance. If we're talking the context of like, of the hereafter, we all know we don't get a second chance and come back, to the dunya and relive our life. But hopefully their professor has a little bit of mercy, but human wise, I think their professor might try and give them like extra credit work.
Thank you very much. Thank you for communicating. An active, I think, active speech is really, really very important. So it must be in this way. Thank you. Now, I appreciate your answer, but I will be maybe 10% disagree with you, with your permission, if you don't mind. Why? Every moment we live in this world is a final exam of that moment. Do we grasp this? For example, I live it now, past, finish. However I lived, gone. It means this is the final exam of that moment. The moment of death is the accumulation of all these final exams. At the end, for example, a student takes a class, learns a little bit. In other class, a bit more. In other class, a little bit even more, etc. At the end of the fourth year, normal college study years, semesters, at the end of the eighth semester, depending on the system of the university, whatever college. So at the end of everything, when the final graduation ceremony comes, is the death moment. But every class was in a kind of experience of the death moment. This class, as I missed it, finish. I learned something. I can recompense some in another way. For example, study again, correct. That's why we have to understand that uh, there is another chance. Yes, there is another chance for the next class. There is another chance for the following class in this way, in this world. Because today, my day, and it is gone. And tomorrow, another day, another day, another day. So every moment has its own due, has its own share, if you like. Now, when I try something better, I can go to the professor, say that, look, the final exam is gone. There is no, as far as, for example, yesterday's exam is concerned, there is no way to go back. But I tried this much. Is there, can I have any hope that the professor will say, okay, next time try it better, but there is no next time? Because yesterday's, I live it once and there is no opportunity for me to live yesterday again. So I may have this hope that as long as I try my best, my professor will say, okay, okay, are you sorry that you didn't do your best? Of course, that's why I came you with my apologies, requesting your mercy to make me pass, although I don't deserve it. The professor say, the professor, the feeling of the professor will not say that, no, but try to be as compassionate for the situation, as benevolent for the situation of the student, because he tried something. He was always on the right track, trying to study, but somehow, you know, being negligible partially. So that is why we are looking for asking repentance, declaration of the failure, and saying, look, uh, I did something wrong. I am sorry for it. Admitting, confession. Confession is very important. I don't mean the confession which is practiced in certain religious traditions. No, it is out of our subject here. Confessing your reality to your professor, it means your God. It was just an analogy. So, God, I did not enough. I couldn't really uh, appreciate your generosity to me, your grace to me as much as it deserves. But I would like to. I would like to. But I am a failure to a certain extent. I tried my best. Then I will feel that. I feel that if someone comes and does something wrong to me and then comes and says, excuse me, it was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. I would forgive it. This is the feeling given to me. I will say, okay, let's be friends now from now onwards. Yeah, keep your promise, okay? You won't do that horrible thing again to me. That is how the human feelings work, and that is the only way. But we should never ever forget that. Let me see something here. We should never forget that. Tried it again. Okay, Taya wrote something. Okay, we will. I will read it out for all of you. We should never forget that we have to try our best in order to keep uh, our hopes alive, at least alive. Even when we fail, we have to We have to confess it. But in order to confess our mistakes, what is essential? To acknowledge the authority of the professor. To acknowledge the authority of the professor. If I don't acknowledge the authority of the professor, which is, in this analogy, the creator of the universe, if I don't acknowledge him, how can I confess my shortcomings? That's a horrible situation. I say, universe is the result of nature, whatever it means, whatever they mean by it, and I just die and finish. Nature cannot protect me. That's it. I don't acknowledge. If I go, nature, please forgive me, and the nature will say, here's the nature, I'm going to kill you. That's it. Because there is no hope within nature that I can save my existence. But if I acknowledge the creator of the universe, conscious creator of the universe, conscious being who knows what he's doing, who's able to do what he's doing, he's demonstrating his qualities in the creation, and the matter cannot be the source of these qualities. That's obvious. Matter cannot make himself do this or that. So I cannot do to myself that, for example, uh, get some feelings, produce some sort of things. At least, let's say, I cannot really make my body have 3 arms, example, or 4 eyes, example. I can. That's what is given to me, and I have to suffice with what I have been given. So we cannot be source of the existence of anything. Nothing else can be either. So they cannot solve the problem. But if we accept the existence of the conscious creator, we say, oh, my creator, I acknowledge that you have the, if you like, authority to forgive me as you created me, as you endowed on my existence these qualities. So you are the owner of my existence. I am coming to you and confessing my shortcomings. It means I am asking for your forgiveness. That is repentance. My feelings say if someone repents, I am inclined to forgive this man. If someone doesn't repent, doesn't ask for excuses or apologies for forgiveness, you don't feel like to forgive this man. You take him to court. You take him to court. But if someone comes and it was my mistake, please forgive me, you start, if you like, becoming sympathetic to this person. You say, okay, that is how human beings are, if you like, created with. So that is how I understand. In order to ask for forgiveness, the first necessary condition is to accept the authority of the creator who created you, who can do everything to you as he did, and he can forgive you. Belief is the necessary, belief in God is necessary element for asking for forgiveness. As much as you know your creator, you can make sure that he can forgive you. If you don't know enough, you cannot make sure that he can forgive you. That's your status of existence. That's why we have to work on belief system. We have to work on belief system of our reality. What I can really conclude about the result of my existence? What can I make out of my existence? That is what we have to do in this world. Um, okay. Sorry, what does this mean? The time, Colin Turner. What did you mean by putting this sign? I don't understand this sign. Time, what? Or you are out? I don't know. Can anybody explain me the sign Colin has in front of his name? The clock. Can you help me, please? Anyone?
We don't see it.
Ah, it is on the list. I mean, it is on the participants list. Don't you see?
When you click on it, it just says that he's away.
I see. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. He's away. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So I didn't know what he wanted to say. All right. Now we understand that belief is the necessary step, the first step to ask for forgiveness. That is why belief comes before forgiveness, and forgiveness is attached to the level of our belief. So we have to work on forgiveness. Now, Taya writes, perhaps the professor, I think it was related to the question we asked earlier on, perhaps the professor will test you based on what you did, attain, or try to attain. Yes, I agree. Yeah, but test you, I don't know. I have a problem with the word test. Professor will give you the opportunity, to educate yourself further ahead. I would say, maybe judge. Okay, judge you accordingly. Yes, thank you very much. I agree with you. So, if I don't attribute my existence, if I don't attribute my actions to the absolute creator, then I have no hope for my security of my existence. So I must definitely experience the despair, which is inevitable. So I know that, for example, if I don't attend the class, if I don't accept the authority of the education system, when the graduation day comes, do I have any hope at all for anything? Not at all. So I fall, all this calamity, crashing calamity, will will fall on me. That is inevitable. So this verse 25 says this. So this is a very interesting description of, if you like, the moment of death. We call it the pang of death, or the death of every moment. The death of every moment. That is important. The following verses now. Can anybody read the translations of? I can read the Arabic text, don't worry. It is short. كلا إذا بلغت التراقي وقيل من راق وظن أنه الفراق والتفت الساق بالساق إلى ربك يومئذ المساق. It is a beautiful poem, but full of deep meaning. Can anybody please go ahead? I think somebody already unmuted himself. Please go ahead. I'm ready to listen to you. No one? Okay, Kaya, go ahead. Don't wait. Don't wait. Go ahead.
You just want us to read the English version?
Yes, English version. Yes.
Okay. No, indeed. But when the last breath comes up to the throat, and when it is asked, could any magician save him now? And the dying person realizes it is the time to depart, and the leg is twisted around the leg. On that day, the journey is to your Lord.
Brother Ali, you are muted.
Thank you, Taya. Thank you. Thank you for the reading. So what do you see? That it's a terrible description of the moment of death. In fact, when we really think about our reality, we can feel this feeling without until waiting the moment of death pang. Now I can feel it. For example, yesterday is gone and I am here alone. As far as the existence of yesterday is concerned, it is gone. Now, the day is finished. The day is finished for me. No, indeed. But when the last breath comes up to throat, last breath I had yesterday, finished, gone, finished. It is over. And when it is asked, could any magician save him now? Who can save my yesterday? Now, it is the general understanding of these verses related to the moment of death. Now, the moment of a death of a person who did not acknowledge his Lord. But that is the moment. As far as we are concerned right now, reading this, we have to experience this right now. So let's make it real for ourselves now. How yesterday is, let's say the sun is about to set. The day is going. Who can save any magician? Because not a normal things, as we call that, as they call natural things, can save the world from rotating. And the sun is setting and the darkness is covering on me. No way to escape from it. Nothing can stop it. Any magician, of course, ordinary things cannot do it. I look for a magician. Magician means wonder maker or something. In the eye of the person who doesn't believe in the Creator, has to look for a source of saving the day. It is about to, now the sun is about to die. This is an example of a sun. You can take it as an example of a moment. Can save your moment just a minute ago? No. Gone. If we don't acknowledge the conscious creator of the universe, conscious creator of everything, myself, everything in the universe, then my spirit cannot find any source that can save me from aging every moment, getting closer and closer to the total annihilation, because for those people who don't believe in God, death is the total annihilation. So no one can save me. That's why any magician, rock, any magician, any wonder worker, no. So when the dying person, and let's say when the dying day, and I'm realizing my day, realizes it is the time to depart. I cannot stop the earth from revolving. I cannot stop the sun from setting. Day is just about to gone, to be taken away. I cannot stop it. Of course, you can apply it to the moment of death, but I'm not experiencing the moment of death now. The Quran is speaking to me within my now, here and now experience. So I have to apply it now so that when the death moment comes, I wouldn't be surprised. I would say, I have been experiencing it through my whole life. This is what I was expecting. That's what I said. No, only the Lord of this universe can save me. When I am dying, I would say, okay, my existence, my being belongs to my creator, the creator of the universe. He gave me freely. He has taken care of all throughout my life freely. He entertained me in this world and put me in an opportunity to educate myself, to get to know who my Lord is, who I am, who the things are, what the things are. All my training session is ending as he brought me into existence without any request from me. He is so generous, he will save me from going into non-existence. But it is a transforming from one state of existence into another. Must be so, because my creator, by definition, under the witnessing of the universe, the signs that I see in the universe, he is all powerful, almighty one, all knowledgeable one, all wise one, all merciful one, all just one. Every moment he has taken care of my existence, sustained my life. He sustained my life. Who can sustain my life in this world? I am totally dependent on his will. Now I submit myself to his will. But we have to train ourselves for this moment. Now I have to train myself every day. For example, when my day is about to go, I have to say, I trust the one who created me, who created this day for me. It is not going to go into annihilation. It is preserved with him. He is all preserver, if you like. His power has no limit in the past, in the future, absolute, limitless, infinite. So if someone doesn't have this source, he looks for a magician, something extraordinary will happen within this universe, which is impossible. No one can stop the day from going and realizes that, I have to lose my day. I have to get one day more aged. I cannot stop it. And the leg is twisted around the leg. It means completely with no hope, source of hope at all, no solution at all. Okay, thank you. I've seen the column Turner's hand. I have to mute myself. Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Alaykum salam.
It's just the leg twisted around the leg sort of jumped out at me because our legs are what usually support us. And for someone who is denying the hereafter and or denying the passing of time or wants to hang on to the passing of time, onto youth, onto strength, and all of those things, the only thing that supports them is illusion. And that disappears. That won't do anything for us. So our usual source of support, as a denier, is pure illusion. And the leg is twisted around the leg. I understand that as saying your normal source of support now cannot help you. And that's all I wanted to say, really.
That's excellent. That's really correct. It means actually, let me see. Now, when I checked the meaning of saq in Arabic, so the Arabic meaning is difficulty, hardship, passion, vehemence. Uh, it means when it is used for the description of death moment, it means total despair. As you said, I thank you very much for your comment and contribution. Total despair means all my point of supports fall into nothingness. Nothing can save me. That is the meaning of sak. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. All right, let me see what's going on here. Beautiful, said Colin. Okay, thank you. Great point. Thanks for sharing your reflection, Colin. No, okay, I appreciate you. And also, I'm very happy to see that my friends here also appreciate the comment. Thank you. So, thank you. And the last verse is, إِلَى رَبِّكَ يَوْمَئِذٍ إِذٍ الْمَسَاقِ. He will understand deep down that on that day the journey is to your Lord. You cannot find any magician, anything even beyond imagination within the universe. No, only your conscience, your soul, your feelings know that whoever has given you existence, only that one can save you. Nothing else. That is your Lord. But you are free. We should never ever forget we have free will. You are free to acknowledge it. There is okay. I see. Okay. Thank you for the private message. I will go back to the notes and see. Now, okay. Uh, what was I saying?
We have free will, you were saying.
Yeah, thank you. We have free will. Although we know that doing something is wrong, do we still do it? Yes, I do. I know it is wrong, but I do it. So I'm aware, but I do it. And I have a free will. And sometimes I say, I should do this, but every student knows that I have to study. Every individual says, I have to study. When it comes to study, tomorrow, procrastination. That's what we do. That's why we feel human feelings necessarily informs us that I know there is only one way, but I don't want to be a religious guy. Look at these religious people. I don't want to be one of them. I want to be an intellectual man or a modern man, etc., free man, whatever they name it. So they say, oh, well, I didn't see God. How can I believe in it? This kind of excuses, but at the same time, there must be something. That's why people always look for the cause of existence. At least they say matter created itself. I mean, they don't say it straight away in this way, but it exists by itself. Make it sound somehow scientific or natural, they say. Naturally, it happens there. They never think what naturally it happens means. They never think about it. So this is a very common excuse that the people go ahead, but they know that they cannot prove it. They cannot really show it within the universe. I mean, show it within the universe. I mean, somebody say, "Oh, don't show me God." I'm saying God is the creator of the universe. If it was within the universe, yes, I would. But it's not within the universe, because the creator of the universe cannot be within the universe. That is illogical, man. Now, if a machine is made, do you find the maker of the made within the machine? That's human. That's very normal, simple human reasoning. Let me see what I skipped from the chat box. Science and technology as the modern magicians. Science and technology will find a way to prolong life. Yeah, okay. Let's prolong it, Suhail. I know you are a doctor. So let's prolong it. How long? Can you prolong human life more than the life of the galaxies? Does Is it possible? Galaxies will die, you will die in it. It is, yes, we can look for betterment as long as the order of the universe, the setting of the universe allows us. We can and we should look to have a higher living standards. That is human nature, how we are made. How we are made. We have to look for it, but it doesn't guarantee that my existence will be saved eternally. There is no eternity within the universe. There is no eternity within the universe. I know Suhail Dar is asking this or making this comment in order to represent the ideas which are very common nowadays among the people, especially among the so-called so-called educated people. I would say quote unquote educated people. Why? Because they are educated in secular worldview, like me and you. Most of us, or not all of us actually, have been educated within secular setting of education, but still they uh, they may not find the right way of explaining their own existence. So, uh, educated doesn't mean that somebody is educated in learning the reality of existence, which is not taught anywhere in the world education system, worldwide. So, unfortunately, that is what those people who think they are educated, although they are not educated in the reality of this universe. I'm not educated educated in the reality of this universe. I am just taught the secular approach and interpretation of the universe. But uh, thank to the Creator that he gave us the guidance. When we study the guidance, and say, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's what we are learning here. So on that day, the journey is to your Lord. Even the denying person, even the denying person, deep down realizes that there is nothing at all. There is no magician to save my life, to save my existence. But there must be, because it is very simple, because I am given existence out of nowhere, just given, just given. I found myself, oh, I exist. I realized in the course of time, but still, I realized that how I am given existence as a human being in this world. So, whatever the source of existence of me will save me. But now we will discuss next Monday, inshallah. Oh, no, next Monday maybe, may not be. Afterwards, look at here. Now, in this word, the description will say, description of our creation, how, which process we have been put and into and developed. You cannot explain it within the conditions of this universe. So when we come there, we will concentrate on it. Inshallah, we can stop here. And I know that 1 hour and a half, 90 minutes is maybe too long. If you don't mind, can you please, the moderator, the host, can you please stop the recording? So please don't move, don't go away. I will ask you a question, very simple question. I mean, ask you whether we should have this class 1.5 hours or 1 hour. So is the recording stopped?
No, because there's one last comment. I don't know if you want to read it, and then I can stop the recording, and then I can.
Okay, let me see. Let me see the comment. Taya at
A little before that. A little before that.
so there were many things. Or I see. Naz, I see. Just a bullet chat box. Assalamu alaikum. Scientists will also say that the way we are explaining is simplistic and that we are simplistic, whereas they are very analytical, whereas they are very analytical, have more knowledge of the natural world, and then can manipulate nature. I don't know whether they can manipulate nature or not. Okay, wait here. Okay, what else? Anyone else? I would argue with them and say that our belief is way more complex than they can understand. Okay, that is, I read it. So the time is up. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal